Smith, number 12, going to be a senior. At first base, Charlie Gardner, number 8, a senior. Around the horn in the outfield, in left field, looks like Casey Spalding, number 9, a senior. Rolling around center field, Sean, the dude Weaver, going to be wearing number 11, also a senior.
For day 3 triple header action of the Rattan Ram Baseball Classic. Congratulations to the Valiant Bulldogs. They defeat the Tupelo Tigers 6-2 to win the 5th place consolation game. The next game up here on coverage schedule will be the Silo Rebels versus the Wister Wildcats. A battle of 3A and 2A teams that are both ranked in effect in the top 3 or 4. Silo starting pitcher Darren Johnson will be on the mound. One final game coming up at approximately 4 to 4:15. That may even push out farther now due to our late start here. This game was originally scheduled to start at 2 o'clock. So I would say we'll probably be looking at closer to about a 4:30 plus start for Rattan Wright City. That'll be your championship game. This is our 3rd place game. I'd like to thank our coverage sponsor for today's live stream, video highlights, and plays of the game, Boomworks Fencing, Community State Bank, and Pruitt's Food. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage of the 2024 Rattan Ram Baseball Classic. Wister will be up to bat as the visiting team, and we are now officially underway. Off the mark, in high and wide, ball 1. Back-to-back balls, 2-0 count.
Count 2-1.
3-1 pitch now as it goes high against the backstop. Apologize for the net. Anytime I'm eating, drinking, or doing something else, you can noticeably tell because it is flying and flexing back and forth nonstop. Leadoff walk for Wister puts a base runner on for the Wildcats.
Going to be number 8 with the lefty.
Foul ball on the potential sac bunt.
Stride further. Who won the count on the
In hindsight at first, safe.
step? He's going to be the
Take strikes. So interesting scenario here. The first bunt was a foul. The second bunted tip was a strike.
0-2 to count, sir, if it's windy in our. This is the sun comes out, it'll warm up a little bit. Sun goes away. Pick off, Tina. Bring on the center fielder, leading off first base.
Check swing goes down the left field line. The 0-2 pitch count will resume. Back-to-back foul balls, so 4 opportunities for the Wister hitter to get a hit here. And 3 of the 4 have been fouls.
Jordan over at first base. Pick off. Train. On the batter.
As alluded to earlier, both teams entered the tournament highly ranked. Wister 8-2 on the season. 0-2 pitch count will resume. Wister enters number 3 in Class 2A. Notable wins early in the season versus ranked Caney 12-0 and 9-1 over Roth. Other notable win versus Red Oak 7-0. They do defeat Roth a second time in tournament play 6-3. Only losses of the season 5-4 against Duncan. If I was ranking Class 6A all the way down, Duncan would definitely be in my top 2 or 3. Head coach Randy Smith doing an absolute fantastic job there for the Demons. And then an 8-5 loss against Lone Grove. So Wister under Ryan Tucker 8-3 on the season. For Silo, it's a transition of sorts. They are moving up from Class 2A to 3A. Again, in our informal set of rankings, we do have them ranked in the top 4. Runner advances to second on the infield single. Rebels with a 10-3 record on the season. 2 of those have come out of state play, as I alluded to last night against Northside Christian in Germantown. Their first loss in official Oklahoma prep play or OK prep play came 2-1 last night against Rattan on a walk-off single to center field. Victories over Tupelo and a rescheduled game. In effect, Tupelo canceled earlier in the year due to rain. It's pretty much been district play thus far for the Rebels. Toka 2 wins, Kingston 2 wins, Valiant 1 of 2 home and away district games for the Rebels, and then victories over Hugo in 2 games. Only exception for district play thus far has been the victory over Tupelo on Thursday. Rebels will begin a home and away district set against Idabel Monday and Tuesday, and then they will pick up the Valiant game, which was rescheduled. Originally supposed to be yesterday. I think I'd said on air twice that it was scheduled again for the 8th. Correction on that, it is scheduled for the 9th. After this tournament concludes, Rebels will head to the Bo Duran Invitational. Fly out center field. Wister has an incomplete schedule, so all I really see coming up is on the 9th against Wright City, and nothing in between for next week. Otherwise, I'd fill you in on the details there.
One out here in the top of the first. First and second.
Update on softball games. Oklahoma ends up giving up 3 runs to Kansas after jumping out to a 7-0 lead. Final score ends up being 7-3 Sooners. They sweep the series. Oklahoma State trying to take 2 and 3 against Texas. They lead 3-0 in the bottom of the fifth. So we'll keep you updated on that for Cowpoke fans. Sooners 3-0 against Kansas to improve to a perfect 9-0 for Big 12 play. Cowpokes lose last night 2-1 to Texas after taking the first game 5-0. So Cowgirls looking to get bragging rights over the Longhorns with winning 2 of 3 this weekend. Peyton Monticelli giving up the 3 runs for the Sooners. Bases loaded walk. All right, it is a interesting start to the game. Silo yesterday in a pitcher's duel between Gabe Hernandez and Keegan Robertson that ends up going the way of the Rams. Robertson had one little bump early in the game. Otherwise, a masterful pitching performance, 13 strikeouts and 18 reported outs. So you can do the math on that. That is a winning formula. Doesn't include ground outs or your flyouts, things of that nature. That's just straight strikeouts. Wildcats looking to take an early 1-0 lead here. Bases loaded and goes high, ball one. Scrappy bunch in many different scenarios. This would be a potential championship game for your average invitational tournament with both of these squads in play. Just gives you an idea of just how good the field is for Rattan. And it's an RBI single. They're going to hold him. Wister jumps out to a 1-0 lead. Bases remain loaded. Championship game, of course, features the Wright City Lumberjacks, a number 3 ranked team in Prep Nation TV set of rankings for Class A. I know there's some debate in merit on who should be number 1, with Rattan having multiple losses. However, if you look at the number of losses, the 3 of those aren't in Oklahoma play. The one head-to-head loss against Tushka obviously being a big one. Dewar undefeated, Okarchi looking really, really good. So you can kind of pick, I guess, what you're looking for. If you're looking for record, it's clearly Dewar, and then Navajo with the best record. If you're looking for quality wins already and head-to-head results, Tushka's your number 1 team. You're looking for the defending champion and obviously a deep roster, Rattan. And if you want to go the way of the new starts or the non-traditional baseball teams there, definitely Dewar and Okarchi, in my opinion, would be teams that are definitely your top 5 with Tushka, Rattan, and Wright City there. Swing and a miss. Doesn't really matter how you rank them right now. It really kind of matters how they end up ranked. We've had people just absolutely demonize and trash and just argue and bash with us over rankings for week 1 or 2. And I try to tell people, find something else to live for and get the bigger picture. I can only base rankings on head-to-head results. Otherwise, it's pure speculation, supposition, and just opinion, really. And that is kind of the beauty of tournaments like this, is it gives you an opportunity to really see how teams stack up. In this particular case, Tupelo at a distinct disadvantage. They're the Class B team in the tournament, having to play A, 2A, 3A schools, and it can really kind of mar a team. Ooh, hit by pitch. Uh-oh, this is not good. I'm hoping that he's got a nasty bloody nose. I'm going to do my best not to zoom in on that, folks. I wouldn't want my kid um, kind of being exploited like this, so we're going to just do a short clip edit on the back end of the run that scores, and hopefully, there we go. Now we've got a nice block, so we don't have to cut the feed. He has got a dripper. I hate it when that happens because no matter what you do at the plate, the batter is expected to remain on point for contact and swing. Just these weird things happen with the trajectory of a baseball hitting a bat and ricocheting. Goes just inside the helmet. And man, that is a nasty, nasty nosebleed. Hopefully, somebody has told him, don't blow your nose. It is human nature to want to do that, but boy, it will blow up like a bullfrog if you do. Bless his heart. God be with him. Jesus comfort him and give him strength, and hopefully body antigens and youth and good health will kick in and get that to coagulate and stop here. But boy, he has got a dripper, man. It is like a water faucet. All right, so we're going to have a substitution for the Silo Rebels. Part of the reason why there's a delay here is the injury. The other part is the pitching change. So there's going to be 10 counts coming. I believe we have got bases loaded remaining. It's a 2-0 lead now for Wister. Second run comes across the board. And so it is a quick turnaround for Johnson starting for the Rebels. He is in and out with only 2 outs, so .2 is his total. And should Wister lose the lead, Mendenhall will have an opportunity here for a win. He has 0 inherited runs, so everything on base will be an unearned run for him should they score. And starting with the batter that he will face here next will put him on block for a potential win or loss in the game.
Nobody ever wants to get hurt. No, there was no.
Well, since we've got a little lull in action there, we'll go ahead and give you kind of a recap of the tournament so far. It's been a tournament largely devoid of upsets. Rattan victorious over Allen on Thursday, 10-0 in a run rule game. We got here a little bit late, and to be frank with you, the game started early, and it went so fast that by the time we were here at 12:40, again late, but 12:40, the game was all but over. So rather than just broadcast one inning, we went ahead and resumed with the next game, which was Worcester 6-3 over Roth. The Wildcats jumped out to a 6-0 lead. They didn't score after the third inning, and Roth able to plate 3 runs in the 7th to make it interesting. Silo 3-0 victors over Tupelo, and Riot City 9-0 over Valiant. So day 1 action, 3 of the 4 games were shutouts. Yesterday's games for Friday, Valiant 10-0 over Roth to eliminate the Tigers. Tupelo 3-2 over Allen to eliminate the Mustangs. Tupelo rallied for 3 runs and 2 in the final inning. Riot City 3-2 over Wister. And then Rattan 2-1 over Silo. Back-to-back games were walk-offs. Riot City wins it against Wister in the 7th. Rattan wins it likewise against Silo in the 7th. Your score earlier today in the 5th place game, Valiant 6-2 over Tupelo. So Tupelo Tigers will finish play with the 3rd worst record. Allen and Roth both 0-2, Tupelo 1-2, Valiant now is 2-1. The winner of this game will join them 2-1. Loser will drop to 1-2 on tournament play. And then our two unbeaten teams in the championship game, Rattan and Wright City. So we're in about a 15-minute delay here, folks. I try not to talk just for the sake of yapping, but at the same time, we've got a lot of dead time, so try to get you the updated scores. We should be pretty close to resuming action here after Mendenhall has taken his minimum number of pitches as the replacing starter. Johnson .2 on the day and is done. All base runners on path will be inherited runs for him, not Mendenhall. So we have a fresh set of batting at the plate, number 11.
I got it. 6 for 3. Yeah. Whoever was being DH. Yep, DH. Yeah, 25 is now in the game. So now it goes back to just that 9. Well, no, I'm talking about the. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here we go, baby.
All right, folks, we are ready to resume. All right, young man that got dinged in the nose. He is over here by the wall standing. He's got his own cult following now. He's got the old double nostril paper towel shoved in, going old school. And then a huge ice pack. Still trying to drop his nose down and alleviate some of the pressure and swelling. Hopefully he is okay to return in the game. In for the strike. Outside corner evens up the count 1-1. Couldn't script a better start to the game for Wister minus the injured batter. They've got the bases loaded plus 2 runs already across the plate. Down in the dirt, so after the first strike, it's 2 consecutive balls. And 3-1. Rebels struggling here early on with command of pitches. And for the strike, full count. All right, all bets are off now. Advantage back to the pitcher. All the base runners are going to go no matter what. Batter's got a green light if it's anything close to swing. And he's going to jam him up. I think the left fielder is going to wave off. Right fielder snags it. So the Wildcats score 2, Strand 3. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Your score, Wister 2, Silo 0. You're watching PNTV coverage of the 2024 Rattan Ram Baseball Classic. Man, that was gnarly.
Sure he is.
Those that are interested and curious, our feature event of the week next week will be at Atoka High School for the 21st annual Sean Hall Memorial Tournament. It is the tournament that we have broadcast 3 of the last 5 years and done PA the last season for all of the games. We'll be there again, weather permitting. Change this year, 4 teams dropped out, and I was trying to remember off the top of my head. I know Silo, Valiant, and Broken Bow are 3 of the 4 teams. There's one other team that dropped out due to wanting to go to Eclipse, believe it or not, and it was Idabel. That was somebody that I was trying to remember. Idabel and Broken Bow are dropping out, and Silo and Valiant opted out just due to the fact that their pairing would guarantee a 3rd district matchup. Neither of them wanted to have that scenario, so they withdrew. As a result, none of the games this year at Atoka will be played at the sports complex, and all of the games will be played at Atoka High School. It'll drop the tournament field from 14 to 10 teams.
Start things up.
Rebels have got their work cut out for them here early on, but if there's any team that can trim a 2-0 deficit, it is definitely Silo. Well, we've got a hit by pitch times two. It hits both the batter and the ump.
Sure
So
fall for playing baseball today.
Silo pitcher hitting two batters in the first inning, in large part why he was replaced so quickly. And then now the Wister batter going inside high and tight hits the batter. Rebels with the leadoff runner on first. Checks him in high and tight, safe at first. And back-to-back batters hit. So this is very odd. In the innings so far, Silo hits two base batters, and Wister hits two batters. Don't think that any of the pitches have been intentional. I think the pitchers are purposely trying to go inside. I think they're over rotating breaking balls and trying to break in and cut in. And it just so happens that so far every batter that has been hit has been a righty. This one leans over, kind of his elbows really close to the plate to start with anyway. Evens up the pitch count 1-1. It has been Bring Your Bee to the Ballpark weekend here at Rattan High School. The weather change without the rain and cold extremes has really caused the bee population to show out. And I don't know if it's a reunion weekend or what's going on, but boy, they have been here really thick. And this has been the largest gap in the day that I haven't had to fight one off, just coming at me constantly. One hops it, E5, shoves him, and here we go home. He is out. All right.
Ball, strike, ball,
Courtesy runner at second base. All right. The correction on the call, they called him safe at home. I thought he was saying that he was out because he shoved the third baseman out of the way. So they give him the benefit of the doubt on that play. So the Rebels trim half the deficit here in the bottom of the first. This is really, folks, the first day of any of the action that it looks like we could be getting rain. There are a lot of thick clouds. Looks like we're starting to get some rain clouds over the ballpark, so not looking good. One hopper in the dirt. 1-1 pitch count. He had low ball too. Down in the dirt for back-to-back balls. 3-1 pitch count. And the base is loaded, so both teams having an extra runner now.
They walk the garden. Talk to his pitcher and try to calm him down. So that means we're going to take a timeout. Actually, now we're going to stand up and stretch our legs. You're right back here on TV. Yeah, for the next got it in between the hops. Yeah. Marcus, you still good, boss? Okay. Do I need to go get the gear on? Well, technically, the flash is on, but I don't take us a stretch, and we are good to go.
Update on the OSU Texas softball rubber match. They're now in the top of the seventh inning. The Cowgirls continue to lead Texas 3-0. Oklahoma State looking to take 2 of 3 from the Shorthorns. In for a strike here. So Wister's in a world of hurt after stranding 3 themselves. With 2 outs, they've allowed Silo to score a run and load the bases up with no outs. So there will be a premium here on anybody that has the ball hit to them to go immediately to base or tag. Wister looking to negate any run coming across home plate, obviously. In high, ball 2.
Scoring opportunity for the Rebels. Got to get something in play.
And low for ball 3. It's going to be to shallow right. Snags it, runs, fires. Oh boy, it's a good thing he stopped. That would have been a tag out. Yep. So 1 down now for the Rebels. Bases remain loaded. He got a good jump, but what really hurt was he stopped to wait to see if it was caught. As a result, he lost a couple of the strides. And then obviously the ball came in shallow, not as deep to right field as he had hoped for, with the right fielder already on the run, throwing it and hitting it inside the circle for home plate. Officially a fly out to right field.
Come on, Sambo.
Wicked rip out to left field. Ball's traveling high on trajectory. Fly out to left. Catches, spins, fires. Base runner will score. Wild throw at third. They'll steal second, and the Rebels get the sack RBI. 2-2 ball game.
Two outs now here in the bottom of the first.
So as I stated earlier, if there's any team that does not sweat a 2-0 deficit, definitely Silo. They're right back in the ball game and threatening to take the lead here in the bottom of the first. Hit by pitch, loads them back up again. That is the third batter hit this inning by the Wister Wildcat pitcher. And
that's what happened.
it is going to.
They told him no, he didn't get hit. It's serious, exact same situation.
Anyway, folks. In for the strike. RBIs. RBIs. One, two, three. Run score. A three RBI bases clearing double for the Silo Rebels. Five unanswered runs scoring for Silo. Seeing way too many players keep the ball in their hand. Even if you can't get one out, you can get maybe two of the three or three of the three. You cannot get anybody out if you watch the runners keep running and not throw it home. So Wister not pulling the gun and firing in may have cost him one run there. Any chance to tag out the last kid coming around third. Goes bunt, goes foul. Base runner had a really good jump on stealing third. Well, out of all the innings in the tournament so far, this is the highest scoring one. Both teams putting 7 runs on the board and approximately 15 base runners, give or take, already now been on just in the first inning for both teams.
Who's going to lift this plans? Giving chase, and it is going to
Couldn't chase it down, so we'll have a 1-2 pitch count resume. Base runner advances back to second.
Well, now that sun's sort of popping.
All right, we'll head to the top of the second inning with Wister coming up to bat. It is now a 5-2 lead for Silo. You're watching PNTV coverage of the 2024 Ram Baseball Classic.
Yeah, you said it'd be nice if he hits a double right here. Talking about those young rebels alive in the first. They played the 9 hole hitters before. Long. Field. Go bunt. Throw is
Fires and 1-3 on the ground out. Hard shot to second base for 3 ground out, 2 down.
Garrett tried to block it. Now right over top of it.
Base runner on for Wister once again. Two down here, though. Hmm. Looked to be a good pitch to me. A little off the plate, so it'll be a 2-0 pitch count. Wister needs to get back in this game. All the momentum shifted to Silo. It looked like they were really going to have a problem early on, and then able to get the out necessary, and Wildcats only scoring two and stranding three. Silo kind of shuffled the bases loaded multiple times, and even after clearing the bases on a 3 RBI double and then the stolen base at home plate in the sac RBI, they even got two back on again. Beautiful hit out to center field. Can't defend those. Short of it being slow pitch and a 10th player on the field, not much you can do on that one. Batter calls time in the box. 1-0 pitch count will resume. And a hack there.
There's a ground ball. Just foul. That last little hop. On it pretty quick. 1-2 still.
Bobbles throws. He's still going to get the fielder's choice throw. So we end up with the 5-6. So even with the bobble and the miscue there, still gets the out. Rebels will head to the bottom of the second inning, leading 3 over the Wildcats. You're watching PNTV.
Yep, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 16 pitches. Leadoff batter, Zane Tinker due up first. 2-3 for the Rebels. Take a break. SolidRebels.tv. Hey, Greg. So even though it was an error on my boy while ago, he still got the RBI.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Hit it right between third base and legs.
Yeah, yesterday they had a guy to where he made the play and then inexplicably when he went to throw it in, he dropped it, turned around, kicked it, and then everybody took off and then it began kind of a I'm going to go with a out and just kicking error and a
Hey,
two base runners advance.
we had 2 errors on one play down the floor. The ground ball to our third baseman off his glove. Our shortstop hands it and throws it over first base. The play.
Yeah, it
All on that
happens.
one play.
Well, it was a big first inning for both teams. Silo had the bases loaded 3 times. They had 2 runners on, obviously, multiple times, and played the teams in large part to a 3 RBI double. What got them cranked up, though, was a stolen base at home. And as we look back at the inning, hoping that the player that was popped in the nose is doing better. Not sure if he's made his way back out to the field yet or not. I've been kind of looking for him to see if he's in the dugout still. But hopefully doing better. Had about a 15-minute delay in the first, so he could get some medical attention and then hopefully get the nosebleed under control. Rebels probably disappointed to be playing for third, however, with the talent in the tournament field. Matchups all but guaranteed that there were going to be top 4 teams playing for third instead of for first. Chops it, goes foul. 0-2 pitch count will resume. Well, the clouds are kind of lightening up again, so I'm hoping that we're going to dodge some rain here Saturday. I can't remember the last Saturday that it didn't rain. I know it's been at least 3 in a row, maybe more than that. So they get the out, and it is 1 down. Big story of the first were 7 runs scored, and then after that, 5 hitters hit, and then literally here is number 6, 4 for Silo, 2 for Wister. If you're keeping track, that is a large number of batters hit by pitches. Off the mark outside is low and in the dirt. Like to again thank our coverage sponsor for today's live stream, video highlights, and plays of the game, Boomworks Fencing, Community State Bank, and Pruitt's Food. One final game on tap today for triple header coverage. It'll feature the hometown Rattan Rams versus the Wright City Lumberjacks. And for the single, 2 runners back on again for Silo.
He didn't hit it hard, but he got enough of it.
Courtesy runner at first for Silo as well. Coach Jeff Coate has done this now, I think, 3 times. 2 in the first inning. And then now here again in the bottom of the second. Huge leadoff for the base runner at second. He was a third of the way down the line before he came back. Rebels have had outstanding success early on with base runners. Back-to-back innings having 2-1. Beauty of situation is they've got him on with 0 outs in the first inning, bases loaded. Now here in the second, only 1 out after the strikeout, back-to-back base runners on. A lot of teams in the tournament have been able to load the bases up maybe with 2 outs and then strand them or just simply not be able to do anything with it. So far, Silo making full use of every opportunity to get on the board and get this lead up high. 3-0 on the pitch count. Correction. Strikeout. Momentary sometimers moment there. Meant to say 0-3 on the strikeout, said 3-0. Flicks the bat, it goes foul. So we'll have a 1-1 pitch count. Base runners will be back first and second again.
Even swings out 1-1. Got one, guys.
And in for the strike. 1-2 on the pitch count. Easy out for the second baseman. 4-3 toss out. Your score through two. Silo 5, Wister 2. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage of the 2024 Rattan Ram Baseball Classic.
The third inning. Max for a few seconds. Right? We were at that game on the horrible.tv. That's what I thought. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Do it for the Wildcats. 5, 6, 7 hole. Fires meets Boy. Third word on the Donovan. First pitch for Mendenhall.
Ricochets off, goes foul.
And this one really fell off to the right side. That's played the shortstop.
And a deep fly to center. The full count swing takes it 2 down for the Wildcats. And it is K time for the Rebels. Silo will head to the bottom of the third. They continue to lead 5-2. Watching Prep Nation TV. Day 3 action here at Rattan High School for the Ram Baseball Classic. All right, Rebels throw the bat down. Batter does his job. Base runner does his job. Advances to second with one out here in the bottom of the third. Three consecutive innings. Rebels have had a base runner touch second. And a hit by pitch again. That is the fifth Silo Rebel batter hit. Uh, seven in the game if you're keeping track. The score's 5-2. The number of hit batters, 5-2 for Silo over Wister as well. So that's kind of an odd stat. Man, throws down another bunt that goes foul. Just a precarious position here today for the pitchers trying to work the inside plate. I think the wind may be having a little bit to do with it, but probably going to have to pull that pitch off the radar and really go for just batters that step out wide in the box. Dangerous throw. I'm going to say E1 on that. You cannot willingly throw and let two base runners steal on you and give them the advancement. When he turned around, you got to know before you impulsively just let it go that there's nobody there to catch. And just really a backbreaker of a turn of events here for Wister. Have an opportunity to turn two with going to third, second. Now you may only get an out at first, and another flyout could potentially score 2 runs if it's put in the right spot. Outside corner 1-2 is the pitch count. Curves in high. Check swing goes foul. 2-2 pitch count will resume. RBI for the Rebels and make it 2 RBIs. Another. That is just, I usually don't try to make this personal, but you cannot keep doing that. Wister's allowed 4 runs to come in on non-contested throws from center field and not throwing the ball in and just watching the base runner from third just roll around. And instead of this being maybe now a 5-2 game, it's a 7-2 game. And you got to give the Rebels credit. I mean, if you can get 2 runs on a bloop single out the center field, more power to you. We have a pitching change now for the Wildcats. 5-run lead for the Rebels, largest lead of the game.
Each team with a pitching change here early. Rebels actually made the change in the top of the first with 2 outs. So point two for Johnson. Starting pitcher for Wister now will get in officially 2.1 innings. Rebels 5 runs in the bottom of the first, 2 runs and counting potentially here in the bottom of the third. Runner goes. So far, difference in the game, hitting and base running. Rebels have been able to get 5 runs off of bloop singles out to center field. And in both cases, either the center fielder or the second baseman watched the ball drop, land, didn't pick it up, and as a result, Silo stole from second all the way home. Base runner back on first for the Rebels. And a potential suicide squeeze. 6-5. Tag. Base runner smart, though. It does steal a second. So at least the Rebels maintain the presence there at second base. 2 down after the tag off.
Hey, you got to be patient. Looking for a good pitch. Get ready to hit. All right, 1-5. This one, come on.
3-0 pitch. In. Oh, looked to be close. Bases loaded walk for the Wildcats. That one ends up being a backbreaker. Courtesy runner again for the Rebels. This is their fourth substitute runner in the game. Lundley has come in multiple times. And I think our other base runner heading in second is just going over to speak with Coach Jeff Coate with batters on deck and at the plate.
Charlie. A lot of confidence, kid. Pass the ball. Pass the ball. Charlie Gardner up the plate. Bases loaded. Take ball one, curveball, a little bit high. Just what, 5, 6, no instead. Threw a ball to Colby and hit it.
And back-to-back balls, 2-0. So the replacement pitcher for Wister really struggling with location. Um, One of the oldest adages of advertising and sales is location, location, location. And that is almost the exact same formula for successful pitching. It really does come down to mechanics and location where you can put the ball. And in this particular case, try to disguise where you're going to put the ball. Rebels just wear him down and don't even have to do a swing. And it is a 6-run lead now. Huge turn of events from the top of the first where the Rebels had given up 2 runs. The bases loaded. They hit a batter, led to a pitching change with only 2 outs. And it has been all silo since. The game now starting to get to the point to where you might think that we may be looking at a run rule soon. Mm. That was another call that I personally would have called strike. I think it did break at the last minute and cross. Another gust of wind just kind of out of nowhere. Evens up the pitch count after back-to-back balls. We have 2 consecutive strikes. Bases remain loaded for Silo here, looking to extend an 8-2 lead. Foul ball. We'll have a shallow fly to center field. And the Rebels strand 3, but score 3. Well, at the top of the 4th inning with Wister coming up to bat, scores Silo 8, Wister 2. It is the 3rd place game for the 2024 Rattan Ram Baseball Classic.
Welcome back to the action here. Going top of the fourth minute on still on the bump.
Evens up now. The count one apiece. And a single for Wister, exactly what the Wildcats need to get started here in the fourth inning.
Bunch of his first time. Good line driver. Plate. Pick off his hand over at first. The back pick for House.
Base runner goes. Delay in throwing will mean safe and stolen base for the Wildcats.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to the count on the 9 hole.
We'll have a fly out to right field. Base runner cannot advance. Nice throw to shortstop from right field. And a single for Wister. Runners on first and third. First time since really the first inning where Wister has really threatened to score. They did have 2-1 prior in the second. One out, which is what I like to see with two runners on. Flies, double play. Three unassist tag after the flyout. And that, unfortunately, is a deal breaker.
No run. Only hit pitches. Two more. But that was a smoke ball right at the first base. Can't do much there. Yeah. Well, what do you think is going to happen here today? Think they're going to go ahead and let him play? Remember the famous baseball player that well, going into the bottom fourth, this is a Wildcat. Yeah, no, off the plate, he second for a pass out to left field, and he got hit by a pitch. Guess it didn't affect him too much, but he got now remember that. Through the count. Another curveball. Listen.
The leadoff walk for Silo.
Throw people out, throw the field. Curtis runner number 23 gave him. Missed outside. Curveball. Foul that one. Number 6 in the bat coming. John Weaver. Pick up count over first. Great man. Good hit for John, but it was just the right. Casey Spalding. Both times. Ball first. Check in, Cord. 33 for you better. Three. 33 for three, guys. Leave it! Leave it! Well, go down. All two guys. Forward down. Look. Two. Balls. Low. Basketball.
another another hit by pitch. The only good part is that it's now 6-2 hit by pitch, 8-2 actual runs scored. It was momentarily 5-2 on both counts. The fun part is that this happened by three different pitchers, two different Wister pitchers and one Silo pitcher. It's been crazy today. Weird stat, that's for sure.
Arena ball, that's a fair ball. But
And gets the tag. We'll head to the top of the fifth inning. Silo continues to lead 8-2. You're watching PNTV.
going to this fifth inning.
All right, folks, if you haven't given us a subscribe, please do so. It's free. It'll prioritize content whenever you're in the YouTube app. And all you have to do is go to the homepage and click subscribe. I'd like to thank our coverage sponsors for today's live stream, video highlights, and plays of the game. Boomworks Fencing, Community State Bank, and Pruitt's Food. Just a reminder, due to the generosity of the sponsors, they make the feeds free, the live streams free, the video highlights free, plays of the game, all of that coverage, graphics as well. Show your appreciation, patronize their business, bring them your business, and more importantly, show us your appreciation for getting it free just by simply clicking subscribe.
Say 26 and we'll kick in your 10. There we go. Who said 26?
And one down. All the way to one hopper. Oh, it's going to be close. He's in safe. Nice throw and nice recovery by the defense.
Double. Not sure if Zane would have let it go, if they might have had a chance at second base. Right now, the big pitcher, first base, he singled in his first at bat and grounded out. Got to get him out right here. Did you even reach for it? Thanks, brother. 2-1 to count now. Point job. 3-1 now. Mike's for a few seconds. Right back. Hey, there's only one out now. I know. I accidentally pushed 2 outs. Garrett, let him know there's only one out. Coming back to the action. Down. Here we go, guys. Brings to the plate needs. Work. One out, guys.
All right. 0-1, one down, two base runners on. And again, Wister threatening. They hit into a double play in the fourth inning, and stymie their opportunities to get back on the board. They got 2 runs immediately in the top first, and nothing since then. In for the strike. Blooper. Oh, he misses it. I like the idea on doing this short real estate throw. However, with his stride and running, he throws the ball down, hits the ground, and the shortstop sets up the second baseman for the fail there. So if there's an error to be assigned, it'd be an E6. Base is loaded for Wister now. If the Wildcats are going to make this a game, this is going to be how they do it. They're going to have to rally here in the fifth and put some pressure on Silo's replacement pitcher. He has been cruising through, pitching a full three and then point 0.1 of the innings in the first. So right now he's basically a full 3 innings working on his fourth with the combination of 1 out from the top of the fifth and 1 out from the top of the first. Loops it, and it is out. Not enough juice. So now we've got 2 outs. Scoreboard guy knew what he was doing. He just figured it out before we did. And they strand the runners again. Silo just not giving an inch. And so 3 base runners strand, no run score. Silo will take an 8-2 lead heading into the bottom of the fifth inning. And fly out to right, 1 down. Big shot. Rebels just have not really let up. They've been relentless coming from behind and then just absolutely pouring it on. Base runner goes, throw is on the mark. Gets he. Well, at the top of the sixth, score remains Silo 8, Wister 2. You're watching PNTV. Well, unfortunately, update for Donahoe, the player that was hit in the first inning, ended up going to the emergency room and hospital. Broke his nose is what they suspect, but they're doing probably a CAT scan just to double check to make sure nothing else. They're hoping there's no broken orbital bone as well, which would be the real deal breaker. So hate to hear that. Fly out to left, one down. A repeat, a little bit more shallow, back-to-back flyouts left field, two down. Tupelo did a four-pitch, three-out inning earlier in the day. The Rebels working on their own version now, and that breaks the streak. So three pitches, two outs. And we'll have a five-pitch, three-inning, three-out. So here we go. Bottom of the sixth, Rebels coming up to bat.
We had a 4-pitch inning and a 5-pitch inning.
I'm just thrilled that no other batters were hit during the filming of this inning.
Hey, Will, shh, we're talking over here. You need to calm your.
Let me tell you,
You better be glad I'm over here.
you want me to come show you how to talk?
It's a house thing. You should know this. Yeah,
You
you
as-
of all people know this.
What's bad is you've aspired to be Jody your whole life, but Jody's always aspired to be me.
Okay, so in turn,
You want to be me.
yes.
You're not the only one. Okay, I'll write a book for you.
Put me in the forward.
You're in there. You're in there. Be my friend.
Yes.
The torch is now yours. We're gonna get the tower going again.
So we got a little playful banter going back and forth between a couple of guys that are longtime friends, along the veins of the famous phrase, her eyes said no, but her eyes said yes, but her lips said read my lips. So we will head in and get ready to go here.
Who won the count now on Gardner?
And just like that, a 3-1 pitch deficit.
Get on base. Middle away. Stay hard on it. Fifth strikeout of 13. Free up. Take the ball. Hit 3 times to the right side. Way up to the right fielder. Way up to the center fielder. Away from it. Down. 2-0. He's going to fly this straight up. What's up? Thinks that we're going to get him next. Push the Tahoe in. Pillsbury draws the walk. Brings the plate.
Rebels once again with a base runner on.
Pitch number 65 on the way for Pimpton. I've been showing you away all day long. They think he's free.
I'm hipping.
1-2 the count now on them. Ball was outside. Out of first. Two count. Maybe inside. Almost hit him.
All right, Rambo, come on.
Fouls it back.
Look.
In for the strike. And it is K time. Two down.
The dude can do right now. Next game up is going to be the championship between Ratchet Rams and the Rock City Lumberjacks. Another rivalry. Oh, strike. Oh, won the count for Weaver. Championship set for 4 o'clock. Just a little behind.
Evens up the count 1-1. I think my initial estimate of 4:30 for the start of the championship game is going to be pushed back even further than that. I doubt this game will be over with before 4:30 unless we should hit some kind of a massive run rule, just kind of explosion here in the bottom of the sixth.
Well, I got your
Look.
one, two, the get on base. That one.
Come on, Wade.
Evens up 2-2. Fouls it off to stay alive.
Pick. Look.
2-2 the count now.
Huge hit up the middle.
Casey, you ready to hit? Have confidence right now. You're ready to hit. That Casey Spalding doubled his first at bat, basically clearing double, and then got hit by a pitch and struck out on the ball.
All right, Casey, come on, son.
Get a line drive base hit with
And dings it to left. Bases loaded, single for the Rebels.
Okay, Cord. Good, Cord.
got hit by a pitch. His first at bat will go. Pitch number 78. Count.
Yeah, baby. Feet hurt.
Catching the ball, he's looking at all bases.
And an unearned run will come in 9-2 Silo. All right, just a reminder, run rules in effect, 12 after 3, 10 after 4, and 8 after 5. Precise reason why we may be looking at a change here. One more run would make it a final score.
Back to the action. New pitcher on the bump. First base, then with the second base. One run.
All right, one pitch away if it's a ball from a run rule victory for Silo. I apologize for the barking dogs and extra noise in the background. Hopefully, our last game, we won't have that. And that's going to do it, folks. Final score, Silo 10, Wister 2.
Be smart.
All right, final score, 10-2, Silo over Wister. Thank you for watching.
Place here in the Classic. A really good tournament. Catch us in action. Again on. What time we play? Monday at Silo. Against Idabel. District matchup. Will you be there? I'll be there for Well, here